good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be, whatever you may be doing. Hello. And welcome back to Stories from the Soul. And today I wanted to talk about change. Well, initially talk about change. I have, for a while, kind of bounced around what it is that I wanted to do in this space. And, some of you will have read my newsletter, some of you will have listened to this podcast, some of you will have listened to my meditations, seen stuff on different channels. Heard my meditations on Insight Timer. And to be honest, I really, up until quite recently, kept bouncing back to how I originally started on this journey, which was through coaching. One-on-one, a bit of group coaching, and I've always felt the want and the need to come back to that. And this week I had a bit of an epiphany, and almost as a precursor to that, I've had, I wouldn't call it an allergic reaction to the term coach, but it was a term which I just didn't feel comfortable wearing for whatever reason. And this week I was kind of doing my meditation, and I was on day 70 of Charles Freelight's 83 Days of the Tao. And in one of the silence moments, it just hit me that I'm actually a creator of content. And this realization, I think, was definitely influenced by the reviews that, some of you who are listening will have left, and I thank you directly for those reviews. And that is a jacket I feel a lot more comfortable wearing. Creating, speaking, communicating. I don't know what the term is, but I guess communication is in there. I really feel into that, and that feels right to use and to say. And so, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Stories from the Soul was originally about, was originally about, interviewing and talking to people. And yesterday, the 4th of October, 2025, I always like putting those date stamps into things like this. I thought to myself, I want to just talk about stuff. What platform am I going to use to do that on? And, in this kind of container of this method of communication is that container. So ultimately what I'm saying is that Stories from the Soul, this discussion, is going to be a mixture of both interviews and thoughts from me. And that feels right. So yeah, That's where we're at. The line in the sand that we're drawing. And as ever, thank you. And as ever, speak to you soon.